We will now talk about the quadratic formula. In this lesson, you will be able to solve quadratic equations by using the quadratic formula. First, we need to recall how to identify the values of a, b, and c on a given quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Then, please take note that this process involves substitution and simplifying radicals. This is the quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Please memorize this. X is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Again, the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Here are the procedures in using the quadratic formula. First, you have to write the equation in standard form. 0 must be on one side of the equation. Second step, identify the numerical values of the coefficients of a, b, and c in the quadratic formula. Third step, write the formula. Fourth step, substitute the numerical values for a, b, and c in the quadratic formula. The fifth step will be the last step, wherein you're just going to simplify. Let us have our first example. We have here 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals 0. First step, write the equation on its standard form. Second step, identify the values of a, b, and c. As you can see here, a is equal to 2, b is equal to negative 5, and c is equal to positive 2. Next, we need to write the quadratic formula. It is better that you memorize this formula. X is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, we are on our fourth step. We need to substitute the values. X will now be equal to negative b, and our b here is negative 5, plus minus square root of negative b, which is negative 5, squared minus 4 times 2, which is the value of a, then multiply to the value of c, which is 2, all over 2 times the value of a, 2. So we are now finished with our first 4 steps. Write the equation on the standard form, identify the values of a, b, and c, writing the quadratic formula, and then substitution. We will now proceed to the last step. We will start simplifying our equation. Let's start with negative. Negative times negative 5 will be a positive 5. Plus minus square root of negative 5 squared. Negative 5 squared is 25. Minus 4 times 2 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Times 2, it will be 16. So we have here 5 plus minus square root of 25 minus 16 all over 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Now, let us simplify further. We have 5 plus minus square root of the difference between 25 and 16. 25 minus 16 is 9. So we have here 5 plus minus square root of 9 all over 4. Then, what's the square root of 9? That is 3. So we have here x is equal to 5 plus minus 3 all over 4. As you can see here, mula sa mahabang solution, we are now down to 5 plus minus 3 all over 4. Let us now have the separate equation. The first one will be x sub 1, which is equal to 5 plus 3 over 4. We will take the positive value from plus minus 3. And then, for the second one, we will take the negative value from plus minus 3. So x sub 1 will be 5 plus 3 over 4, which is 8 over 4. 8 over 4 means 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. For the other one, we have 5 minus 3, 2, all over 4. So we have here x sub 2 is equal to 2 fourths or 2 over 4. Simplifying 2 over 4, we have 1/2. Or in decimal, it can be 0.5. So, the roots of the quadratic equation 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals 0 are 2 and 1/2. Let us now have our second example. We have here 3x squared plus 5x equals 3. For our first step, we have to write it on its standard form. So we have 3x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 0. Second step, identify the values of a, b, and c. A is equal to 3, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to -3. For our third step, we just have to write the quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula is x equals -b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And then, let's proceed to our fourth step. Please be careful with our sign. We have here the substitution. So we have -b, which is -5, plus minus square root of b squared, which is 5 squared, minus 4ac, which is 4 times 3 times -3, all over 2 times 3, which is our 2a. So we are now finished with our first 4 steps, writing in standard form, getting the values of a, b, c, writing the quadratic formula, and substitution. Now let's proceed to the last step, which is the longest step. We have to simplify our equation. X equals -5 plus minus square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times -3 all over 2 times 3. Let us start with -5. -5 plus minus 5 squared, and that is 25 minus, please take note of this, 4 times 3 is 12, times -3, that is -36, all over 2 times 3. I am emphasizing here that we have a negative sign for our 4ac, and please take note that it is minus 4ac. So, anong mangyayari? So, dahil nagdalawa ang negative doon, it means negative times negative. Negative times negative is positive. So, it means here that we have x equals -5 plus minus square root of 25 plus 36 all over 6. Simplify further. So, we have here x equals -5 plus minus square root of 61 all over 6. Saan nanggaling ang 61? Kay 25 plus 36. Saan nanggaling ang 6? Kay 2a, which is 2 times 3. Bakit -5 yon? Because we will get the negative value of our b. Our v here is positive 5, making it -5. Kung siya ay negative, magiging positive ang ating value. Pero dahil siya ay positive, siya ay magiging negative. Let us now separate our final answer. As you can see, 61 is not a perfect square. So we will just write it as square root of 61. So for our x sub 1, we will take the positive value of the square root of 61. So we have -5 plus square root of 61 all over 6. It can't be simplified further. For our x sub 2, we have -5 minus square root of 61 all over 6. Also, this will not be simplified further. So these are our final answers. -5 plus square root of 61 all over 6 and negative 5 minus square root of 61 all over 6. Let us now have our third example. First step, write the equation on its standard form. As you can see, 9x squared minus 12x plus 4 equals 0 is already on its standard form. We will now proceed on the second step, which is identifying the values of a, b, and c. From the equation, we can have a is equal to 9, b is equal to negative 12, and c is equal to 4. Then, for the third step, write the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. For the fourth step, just substitute. We will use negative 12 for b, 9 for a, and 4 for c. So this will be our working equation. X is equal to negative 12 plus minus square root of negative 12 squared minus 4 times 9 times 4 all over 2 times 9. Let us now simplify our equation. X is equal to negative 12 plus minus negative 12 squared minus 4 times 9 times 4 all over 2 times 9. Let's start with negative times negative 12. Negative times negative 12 is a positive 12. Plus minus square root of negative 12 squared, negative 12 times negative 12, that is positive 144. And then 4 times 9 is 36. So please take note, that is negative 4 times 9, that is negative 36, times 4, that is negative 144, all over 2 times 9, and that is 18. From that, we can simplify further our radical expression. So we have x equals 12 plus minus, what's 144 minus 144? That is 0. All over 18. So as you can see here, 12 plus minus square root of 0 all over 18. Square root of 0 is 0. So we can just simply have 12 plus 0 over 18 and 12 minus 0 over 18. So we have here 12 plus 0 is 12 all over 18. So we have 12 over 18 for our first value of x. For the second one, we will also have 12 over 18. When it is simplified, that is 2/3. So meaning, the solution for this 9x squared minus 12x plus 4 equals 0 is 2/3. Let us now proceed to our last example. We have here x squared plus 3x plus 6 equals 0. This is already written on its standard form. Now, let us just identify the values of a, b, and c. And then, write the quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, let us substitute. We will use 3 for b, 1 for a, 6 for c. So we have here negative 3 plus minus square root of 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times 6 all over 2 times 1. Now, let us proceed in simplifying. Negative 3 will be negative 3 plus minus square root of 3 squared is 9 minus 4 times 1, 4 times 6, 24 all over 2 times 1, that is 2. Simplifying this, we have x equals negative 3 plus minus square root of negative 15 all over 2. As you can see here, our number or our term inside our square root sign is negative 15. It is a negative, so it means that the equation has no real number solution because the square root of a negative number is not defined in the real number system. So it means that the equation x squared plus 3x plus 6 equals 0 has no real number solution. Bakit? Kasi nag-negative yung ating term inside the radical sign, inside the square root sign. So kapag ganito ang case, it means that the equation has no real number solution. Our big concept here is that the quadratic formula can be used to solve all quadratic equations, hindi kagaya ng factoring at extracting the square root. So dito, lahat ng quadratic equations can be solved using the quadratic formula. So thank you for watching this video. Good luck and God bless you all.